Hi, Mike. How's it going?
It's good. Welcome back to Sweden.
Thank you. You gotta be closer to the microphone when you talk.
Yes, of course.
Hi, folks. Anna is still away. I still gotta bullshit my way through this and create some solo content while she's gone. But why make solo content when you can make not solo content?
Friendship content.
Friendship content. Exactly. We're doing things with friends. And we're gonna play some Hearthstone. I had an idea for a wacky thing we can do. Because I play Hearthstone and Mike plays Hearthstone. And we sometimes don't agree on how to correctly play Hearthstone. So I figured, why not just take that scenario and turn it into content?
Right?
Yeah. So we're gonna do a thing here for you people, and it's probably gonna be a bit of a learning experience as well when it comes to Hearthstone. If you're not into the collectible card games, we are going to play a mode in Hearthstone called Arena, where you draft a 30-card deck and you play against other people who have also drafted a 30-card deck with just random selections that you get for cards. And you play it until you lose 3 times, and then you're out of like that mini tournament, whatever. So we're gonna do that, and here's the kicker. Here's the kicker for this game. Me and Mike are gonna take turns. We're gonna take turns. So I'm gonna do a turn, and then Mike does a turn, and then I do a turn, and then Mike does a turn. And the catch is we are not allowed to communicate with each other. So,
Well, not with strategy at least.
no. So if Mike sort of does some fucked up things on his turns and like ruins everything, I can't stop him from doing that. And likewise, when my ego gets the best of me, and I think that I am playing flawlessly and I couldn't possibly play it any better.
No.
Of course not. I would never make mistakes. And also, this will be true for the draft as well. We're gonna pick a card each. So I get to pick a card, and then Mike gets to pick a card, and then I pick a card, and Mike picks a card, and neither of us are allowed to have opinions about the card that the other one picks.
No.
So our deck is just gonna be a jank mess, and our strategy is gonna be a jank mess. And I just want to see how far we can get before this whole thing just implodes catastrophically.
I'm calling it at 3 wins.
3 wins? Ooh, that's an optimistic.
Right?
that's an optimistic evaluation. So obviously the maximum you can get is 12. So we're aiming for a 12-win run here, people. All right, it's gonna happen. So let's go in. So here's how it's gonna work. This is gonna be random too. I get to pick the class, and then Mike gets first pick when it comes to the cards.
Okay.
So these are the options we got out of the 9 different heroes. We can play as Shaman, Warrior, or Hunter. Warrior has a kind of a bad hero power for Arena, but it has some pretty good class cards that could like sort of pull you through. Shaman is in a weird spot right now. Rogue is pretty much always solid. So I'm going to give ourselves a bit of a handicap and pick Rogue in Arena.
It's not Rogue.
Oh, it's not Rogue. Shit. Damn, I forgot. It's just because it's I bought the new hero. Oh my god. Why did you do that? You weren't allowed to stop me from making mistakes. You already broke the rule.
I didn't tell you what to pick. I just told you that you're talking about a different class.
That's not Rogue. That's Hunter. Well, that changes things. If we're gonna get a 12-win run, I don't think we can do that with Hunter. So I guess we have to pick Shaman? Okay. And Mike gets the first pick of cards.
Yes.
Explain your thought process.
Well, I haven't decided what to pick yet. In my opinion, all of this is kind of shit. Not too keen on any of them. I'm actually gonna go with Spirit Claws. They have been good in the past.
Here's the thing. Spirit Claws is like one of the best things you could have possibly picked. That's not a shit card. That's a really, really good card. So I'm happy about that pick. Thank you for that. Now,
You're welcome.
Thank you. Since we already have a weapon, it might be a bit greedy to go immediately with another weapon, because then we might end up with like too many weapons. But on the other hand, it's a very good card to have in Arena. Fallen Sun Cleric is also fine. I'm gonna be greedy and I'm gonna pick the weapon.
Okay. And I'm all about greed, as you know, which is why I usually have less wins than you. I'm actually here gonna go with... I'm actually gonna be greedy here and go for Dragon Breeder.
I'm very upset.
Yes.
You could have gone for
I assumed you would be.
You could have gone for the hugely overstated minion that's just good by itself. Now instead you picked a card that's gonna force us to pick dragons just to get some sort of synergy with this card. And if we don't get any dragons, that's gonna be shit. We could have gotten a...
Well, it was in my opinion, it was a higher statted 2-drop than the other one. And the dragon has actually been called out to be way worse than people thought it was in the beginning.
I'm gonna point out here that Mike is not allowed to speak while I'm making my pick. What I am gonna say is that it had plus spell damage, which means it already had synergy with a card that we have picked. So, all right. In this case, both Fire Elemental and Sightless Ranger are very good. I'm gonna go with the Fire Elemental.
Well, here we actually have a dragon, and we could use some removal as well. I do like Death Speaker on normal place, but I'm gonna go with Dragon Maw.
I'm happy about that pick. Again, we have another dragon to pick, which has more synergy with this card. I'm not sure if we should go all in on just picking stuff that's going to help one card in our 30-card deck. But I think the other cards are kind of janky, and Draconic Crusher can be pretty good, so I'm going to pick another dragon.
Good. So, as we stated before, Twilight Drake has synergy. I do, however, really like Maelstrom Portal. Both removal and minion generation, so I'm gonna go with that.
Again, I'm very happy about that pick. We should not go overboard on dragons, just because we have one card that works with dragons, and Maelstrom Portal is absolutely busted. Here we have 2 cards that are really good, and 1 card that's absolutely shit. So it's not gonna be this card. It's either gonna be the super strong early game card, or it's gonna be the huge AoE removal. Now we already have one AoE thing, and another AoE thing, so we have some removal, but they're kinda weak-ish. And we do have some stuff already that we can play on turn 2. I love Totem Golem, but this is actually a pretty hard pick at this point. But I think I'm gonna go with the Lightning Storm.
Yeah, it was a hard pick. I think you're gonna be pissed. I think you would want me to take Abomination, but I'm gonna go for the card draw.
Actually, the Abomination was the one card I would not have picked. So,
really?
Yeah. So I'm fine with the card draw dragon. I would also have been fine with the Sightless Ranger. It's got Rush, which means it's basically a pseudo removal spell and also generates a bunch of minions. It's really good. In this case, these don't really work with our deck. Spell damage is good if you look at like the AoE stuff, like the Maelstrom Portal we have and the Lightning Storm, but just the card itself is not very good. So I'm actually gonna pick another dragon.
Right. Well, now we... No. Yeah, I know. Man, we already have a Fire Elemental. But I would either go Fire Elemental or Rain of Toads. let's actually... We're not gonna go mix elementals and dragons anyway. I'm gonna go Rain of Toads, so we have some taunts.
I would have been very happy to have a second fire elemental, but that's okay. That's okay. We can make Rain of Toads work, right? That's not shit,
So
right?
upset.
Oh no, that's a good card. You can. Oh yeah, you're gonna
Thank
get.
you.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 small minions, and in return, you're gonna gimp yourself for future turns. Oh yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm just gonna pick a strong early game minion. I'll take the Tuskar Fisherman.
Finally, some spell damage. I'm gonna go for another Maelstrom Portal.
Super happy about that. Now, since we have actually picked a bunch of dragons here, we have Volcanic Drake, Draconid Crusher, Dragon Maw Scorcher, Big Ol' Whelp. So we already have like 4 dragons, which means it's gonna be pretty easy to activate this. And that makes this card super strong. So this is an obvious pick.
Cool. So, out of these ones, why is the text gimped out? Okay.
That's from the deck tracker. The viewers won't be able to see that.
Oh, right, sorry. My bad. I'm actually gonna go with the Sunwalker.
Oh look, I get to correct Mike's earlier mistake of not picking the fucking 4-mana 5/7. Jesus Christ.
Salty. Let's see, what's our curve like? Alright, I'm so used to doing this on mobile. We are gonna need some cards in between there. I'm gonna go with the Feral Spirits.
I agree with that pick. Now, we have cheap removal that comes with a heavy overload. We have a kind of shitty beast. And we have a thing that's actually pretty good if you run a class that has weapons, because stat-wise, a 4-mana 4/2 is not very good. But if you have played a weapon, and then you play this, you get the weapon back. And that's premium in Arena. It's a bit situational, and it's not always going to work, but I'm going to go with this.
Ooh, I get the big pick. I agree with your last pick also. This isn't that hard, is it? Obviously I'm gonna go Frizz Kennel Roost.
That's not very hard at all. Zentimo doesn't work with anything in our deck. Tinkmaster Overspark is actually like kind of fine as a sort of situational removal spell, in a way. But Frizz, if you have dragons, this is obviously extremely good. And it looks like we're going all in on dragons. So I'm gonna go with even more. But the Lava Burst though. Ooh, the Lava Burst. It can hit anything. It can hit face. Oh man. But this though, you can discover a Lava Burst because you can just get a spell. This is a bit hard. I'm gonna be a bit greedy and go with Witch Doctor.
I'm all for being greedy. So here, I would actually go. I'm thinking Rockbiter actually.
Perfectly fine with that pick. Here is, let's see, we don't have like, we have pretty solid stats on our minions. We don't have stuff that generates a bunch of small minions, except for the shitty Rain of Toads and the Feral Spirit. It's fine. We're not really going to have like a super huge board that's going to give us a bunch of value with the Storm's Wrath, so I'm not so sure about that one. Silent Knight is fine. I like the Bad Luck Albatross, just because, and I'm not even doing it for like just, you know, shenanigans with fucking up combo decks, because you don't face that in Arena. You don't face decks that are that well built. But just giving your opponent 2 bad draws, where there's 2 turns you're just going to draw like a 1/1, is actually really, really strong. So this is pretty good arena card.
I wouldn't have been able to not pick the Bad Luck Albatross, so I'm all for what you're saying. Now, however, out of these, we do have spell damage synergy. I would pick Mosh Og Announcer, but I'm gonna go with the Snowballed. No, wait. The 5-drop does fit in our curve better, though. I actually think that we do need a 5-drop, so I'm gonna go for that one.
Again, I'm very happy that you picked that. So here, these are all actually pretty good. Just 1 mana to just deal 2 damage to something, and sometimes you get to summon a totem. Like, it's fine. It's fine for what it is. These 2, Jormungandr is just a big minion. That's it. It's just 7 mana, 5/9. Doesn't have any effects. It's just stats on the board, but it can be pretty good to have some big minions, and we're lacking some of that. Baron Stablehand is very sort of swingy. Summon a random beast. Sometimes you're gonna get like a 1/1 Snow Flipper Penguin. Ooh. Sometimes you're gonna get King Crush. It can be anything. So this card is like, you're never gonna feel good about playing it. So I'm actually gonna pick the Totemic Smash just because some flexible removal is never a bad idea.
I agree. Here I'm straight up gonna go for card draw, actually. So I'm going with the Loot Hoarder.
I'm super fine with the Loot Hoarder. Now, Unbound Elemental is a decent 3-drop. Whenever you play a card with Overload, gain +1/+1. How many cards with Overload do we have in this deck? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 cards with Overload in our deck, which is okay. Do we have any that we can play like on curve after this one? Maybe we can play one of these 2, the Feral Spirit or the Lightning Storm after. Squall Hunter definitely fits in perfectly in the curve after the Unbound Elemental. And we already have a Sunwalker. I don't want to go too full in on those. I don't really like the Rumble Tusk Shaker all that much. I'm going to take the Unbound Elemental.
I'm fine with that. Now, we could actually... I like throwing down Ventrico just to put some pressure. But here we do have a chance to overload, to strengthen the elemental that we took. We also have a chance to find Frisk Candle Roost faster, thus decreasing the cost of dragons in deck. I'm actually gonna go with Ancestral Knowledge.
Sounds good. Now, Armored Warhorse, it's a joust thing where you gotta roll the dice if you get the effect or not. So it kind of has, do you have like a lot of high cost minions in your deck? Yeah, we do have a decent amount of minions that cost like 5 or 6, but it's iffy. Cult Master is, sometimes you're not gonna get anything out of playing it. But on the whole, if you just get to draw like 1 card with Cult Master, that's usually enough value for it to be worth it. So I'm gonna pick the Cult Master.
I agree with that. Now, here, I'm actually gonna go with the Gyrocopter.
It's pronounced Gyrocopter, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Sorry.
It's a great pick. And here, it's pretty obvious. We already have a ton of 2-drops. We don't need the Pompous Thespian. Ice Ranger's not very good. Hex is one of the best removal cards in the game. I'm gonna pick the Hex, and that's our deck.
Hooray!
So that means, since we're rotating, Mike, you get turn 1 in our first game.
Nice. So you happy with that draft?
Yeah, I could have gone a bit stronger in on the Dragon Synergy. I'm a bit upset about you not taking that second Squall Hunter. Other than that, we can go places with this deck.
Sure.
I am the slayer of
So here's the question. Are you allowed to input on the actual mulligan?
No. I consider that to be part of turn 1.
Okay, okay. Wasn't too sure. Could be called like turn 0 or whatever. I'm gonna mulligan like so. We have a lot of 2-drops, so chances are high that I'm gonna find something smaller. So yeah, that's my turn. I'm happy with that.
I can't believe you threw away one of the best early game cards that we have in the entire deck. Oh my god, I am so upset right now.
I wanted to find something smaller.
You play the spirit cards on 2, and then you play the thing on 4, and it gets boosted by the fucking spell damage. I'm just gonna play this spirit clause, and I'm gonna end my turn.
So angry. Let's see. I am gonna play Albatross on curve here. And I'm not even gonna bother with attacking that with my weapon.
What? You're not gonna... Why would you not attack that?
Fucking 1-drop.
It's a 1-attack weapon. What do you think it's gonna be for? We're not gonna get spell damage for a while. Now we're gonna have to swing with both the weapon and the Albatross into this thing. So that thing is just gonna get another free pop in on us. However, I am very happy about playing Frizz on curve. Kaboom! We only drew one of our dragons, so the other 4 dragons are gonna get cost reduced.
Correct. Great on curve play with Frizz. So let's see, depending on what I draw, but I'm probably gonna...
Oh look, we could have prevented that from happening!
So, I'm gonna draw cards. Ooh, I don't wanna... I was gonna do Feral Spirits, but I don't want to double overload. That will gimp the next turn completely. With that in mind, I'm probably gonna... I will actually Feral Spirit and Totem up. Okay, no spell damage.
Alright, so we know he has a dragon in hand because he activated his Alexstrasza's champion. So when he trades this in, that dragon is gonna get +2/+2. And then we have to deal with a big dragon. But it's fine, since we know it's coming. Bloodworm isn't too much of a problem. I have the Rockbiter weapon, I can give this plus attack and I can wipe that. And it's actually pretty strong here, together with the cost reduced Volcanic Drake. Because if I Rockbiter on myself, boom! I'll take 4 damage to kill this Bloodworm. And then I'll smack this here. And the Volcanic Drake costs less for every minion that has died this turn. So I got that down to 2 mana, which means even though I'm overloaded, I can play it.
That's all good. Now, let's see if he plays that dragon or not. Yep.
Back to work.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna look for spell damage. No, didn't get it. I'm gonna trade. And I'm gonna look for cards.
You have made a grave mistake.
Alright, I'm fine with that play. It does wipe his board, We got to do some card draw, so we're not that far behind. So we're ahead on the board. We've taken a bit of damage, but, you know, we also have the Fire Elemental, so we have some removal in hand, depending on what our opponent plays. Ooh, that's a card you only see in Battlegrounds nowadays, but okay. Hey, he made my next hero power cost more. How rude. So, check this out. I think I have the play here. If I play the Horde Pillager, I will get back my Spirit Claws. I can also play the Squall Hunter to get +2 attack on the Spirit Claws, which means the Spirit Claws are going to be 3 attack. I definitely want to kill this thing before it gets any stronger. So that's one option. The other option is like Fire Elemental, hit that and trade. That gives me a 6-5 in play. But this gives me a 4-2 and a 5-7 in play. So I get to have a stronger board, but I have to take 5 damage to do it. All in all, I think that's worth it. I'm gonna play the Horde Pillager, get my Spirit Claws back. Gonna play the Squall Hunter, get plus spell damage. I'm gonna swing here and plonk this and here. And these two, they can go face. And that's my turn.
I probably would have gone with the Fire Elemental last turn and do what you did on this turn. It's fine though. Gore Howl, huh? Now, let's see. I need to lower him, well, not by much. So that's a good turn for that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get his health down a bit. Question is, do we take 3 more damage to the face here? He could just face with Gore Howl. But I don't see us having much of a choice. Good. I'm happy with that.
That's solid. You got a bit lucky with that roll on getting the Taunt Totem. I might have done the more safe play of just playing the Loot Hoarder, but that's fine. That's fine. Because I'm fine with just cycling. If he can spend removal and we're just ±0 when it comes to having cards, that's probably good. But he doesn't seem to have an answer for this Draconid Crusher, which means we actually win here, I think. Because we have the Fire Elemental in hand. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah, we win. And how about that? Won the first match. Not bad, not too shabby at all. Woo! Are you still gonna put this on 3 wins?
I was actually kind of certain that you would waste this turn just to be able to do the mulligan yourself. I was fairly certain.
No. It's you again.
Yeah. It would be a typical thing of you to do.
The Thunder King versus my
Now let's see.
I am the slayer.
Okay. We're not gonna need the Horde Pillager early. Spirit Claws is a great weapon in hand early, though. Thoughts?
I'm not allowed to give thoughts yet.
No, the mulligan's over, so...
No, it's still turn 1.
Well,
Job's done.
there we go.
I'm fine with that. There was an argument for keeping the Horde Pillager, but this is fine. So this thing needs to die before it can get stronger, because then he's gonna hero power and turn it into a 3-1. And I'm not gonna use the Maelstrom Portal just to kill a 1 thing here that's too greedy. I'm just gonna get the opportunity to throw this out as quickly as I can.
Sounds good. Now let's see. Yeah, we do have a dragon on hand, so... Yeah, Scale Rider is a good play here. Simple, simple. And there we go.
That's pretty much one of those turns that plays itself. Where it's like there's one obvious correct play and all other possible plays are shit. So you're gonna do the one obvious correct play. In this case, I can either protect the Scale Rider with the Feral Spirit, but that makes our mana curve really clunky for next turn. We're gonna be at 3 and like no 3-cost cards in hand. I can also tap, hope for a Taunt Totem, which gives us no overloads. We have 5 mana for next turn, which I feel is a better play. Ooh, look at that. That might even make it worth to swing face since we got spell damage. Because now our Scale Rider is protected by the fact that he needs to deal with this. We can even give this thing spell damage too. This sets it up so that... And I'm gonna swing face with this. I'm fine with that. This sets it up so that if he doesn't deal with these, this thing is bonkers.
Excellent play. I would have done the exact same thing, actually. Especially distributing the spell damage amongst 2 minions. Makes it really tough on him. And even if he does end up wasting 2 different removal spells here, I'm fine with that.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Okay. Now, I want to keep that spell damage. So that Maelstrom makes a big difference when it comes into play. I'm actually going to remove this. And I'm going to go Totem.
Perfectly fine. There's an argument for using Ancestral Spirit to draw more cards, because even with just 2 overload, we're probably going to be a bit gimped next turn, so putting ourselves at 4 overload could have been fine. He doesn't have a dragon in hand because he couldn't activate his Scale Rider, so I guess that's a little bit of information. I guess. However, this is pretty sweet for us now, because we still have the Maelstrom Portal at 2 damage, because we still have spell damage. Which means I can just trade this in here, wipe both his things for 2 mana, generate another minion, and that's kind of shit, just getting a 1 mana 1/1. So the only question left here is, do I tap for a totem, or do I use Ancestral Knowledge? Because, like, if I look at next turn, if I use Ancestral Knowledge, we'll be at 3 mana next turn, we'll still be able to use the Bad Luck Albatross. If I don't use it, we're going to be at 7 mana, but we don't really have a whole lot of interesting plays. We could drop the Rain of Toads, but I guess that's it. So,
Perplexing.
I'm struggling here if I'm going to use the Ancestral Knowledge or if I'm going to tap. There are arguments for or against doing both plays. I think I'm actually gonna do the Ancestral Knowledge. That's my turn.
Well done, sir. We already have taunts, nothing needs healing, and we don't need another 1/1, so there wasn't really a totem that we could have used, in my opinion. Still no dragons.
Wow, that's a shit turn from our opponent.
I would have loved to get that Draconid out, but yeah, he's fucking toast. Let's see. I could just rush this, or well, I'm gonna lower the cost of my dragon. Then face, and totem. And we're done, I think.
It's a decent play. I think the option would have been trade like a 2/2, play the Dragon Maw Scorcher. I'm not sure that's worth it. Wow, he must have this must be like 10 mana cards or something that's in his hand. Like most of them, these are the cards that's been in his hand like since the start of the game, and he hasn't been able to play them. So we might have just gotten a bit lucky here in that like he got super unlucky with his cards. Now he's probably gonna be pretty upset about using that walk the plank. And that's our turn.
Oh, hell yeah, he's probably bottom heavy as fuck. So question is if I skip here and then I do mulligan again. That could be a play. Oh, look at that. Another one. Yeah, he's finished.
Smart moves. I concede.
Well,
What do you mean skip?
well, technically I didn't get my turn, right?
What do you mean? You got your turn, which means I do the mulligan.
No, I meant had I skipped my turn, you would have to finish him, and then I would get the mulligan.
Oh, you want the mulligan?
Well, I mean, I didn't do my turn, right?
Why?
Fine.
You want the mulligan just so you can sabotage me?
Yeah.
It's awful.
So easy to piss you off.
It is easy to piss me off. Some people know how to do it. Anna knows how to piss me off. Mike knows how to piss me off. But he doesn't, because he's nice.
You're having fun wrong.
Unlike Anna. She pisses me off.
Yeah, well,
I am the
girlfriends will do
slayer
that.
of kings and gods.
Oh, look. We have our only 1 mana card in our starting hand. The problem is, like, this is a weak starting hand. And we might get unlucky here. And I'm a bit worried about Warlocks with card draw and stuff. So already this feels not great going second against a Warlock with these as our options. So I might have to keep the Lightning Storm just in case something goes bad. And I might have to keep this as well just because, you know, if he plays a 1 mana thing with 2 health and I play a 1 mana thing to kill it, then we sort of trade even. And then we can stabilize later when we get some better cards. So I'm going to keep these 2 and see what I get. And going second also means we get the coin, which means that we have 1 extra mana. So sometimes there's a possibility that we can actually do things on turn 1. Here, I'm actually going to do exactly what I said and use the Totemic Smash, because now we're even going to get the overkill on this. So we're going to get to summon a totem, which means we get about, you know, 2 and 2.5 mana worth of play here. Boom! And that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good play. And like you said, it's good that we keep removal against Warlock. If they have invoke cards, they will actually have minions out on board instantly.
You cannot get Galakron in both cards in Arena.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Galakron is not in Arena.
Right. I'm actually gonna coin out Unbound Elemental here.
Job's done.
There we go.
I'm okay with that play. I would also have been okay with just tapping, since we have the Scale Riders, we can like swing stuff later anyway. He keeps on tapping, and that makes me a bit anxious. That means he might have some sort of greedy, removal-heavy deck. So there's an argument for going 2 different lines here. And one line is going conservative, trying to save cards and not go overboard. But that can backfire if he can just outvalue you, depending on what deck you have, if you can play that sort of long game. Or you go all in instead and just try to kill him as quickly as possible before he gets a chance to do all of his unfair shit. That can backfire if you fail to do that. And then he stabilizes and then you have nothing left. But against Warlocks, in general, I tend to want to get their health down as low as possible so that they feel uncomfortable with tapping and getting more cards. So I'm actually gonna go all in on face damage here.
I'm all for winning by killing them.
That is how you win the game.
Yes. So, let's see. he's at 22, okay. I don't like Lightning Storm here. I don't really like playing the Squall Hunter either. That puts us as... Although it does put us at 3 next turn. He probably will gonna deal with that next turn, because you don't want to leave Unbound Elemental for too long. So I'm gonna distribute the threats, and then I'm gonna go face. And then next... No, in 2 turns we can play Draconid Crusher on curve, hopefully.
Again, that was a super obvious play. Why would you not like playing the really, really big 4-mana minion? I never understand you. Wow, Bane of Doom, that can backfire. And it did backfire. He got a shit minion out of it, which I'm super happy about. So I can like just sort of trade here and kill all of his stuff. But then I won't get to hit him in the face. But I will clear his board. I can also smack him in the face for 8, even up to 11. Put him down at 5 health. But then I can't deal with his board that way. I can also just play the Lightning Storm, since we already have spell damage, and it's a 50% chance that it's gonna kill the Drake. It will guaranteed kill this. I will be able to hit him for 8, but then we will be overloaded again next turn, and next turn we pretty much won't be able to play anything except for the Rockbiter weapon. We're gonna be at 4, so we can't play the 5 or 6 mana minions here. So, no sort of line of play feels fantastic. So I'm gonna do something super conservative, and I'm actually just gonna trade since we have the healing totem. And I'm gonna tap for totem again. We can still just trade next turn and activate the Crusher that way.
Weak sauce. Oh well, I'm gonna be able to get the Crusher out this turn. Unless he cleans up here. Okay. I'm just gonna go aggressive here. We're at full health.
Had we not had the healing totem, I would not have agreed with that play. But since we do have the healing totem, it makes it a bit clunky for him to be able to remove everything. He probably can't do that. Oh, he could. Wow, okay. Well, he had to remove a bunch of his stuff in order to do that. So, we haven't played the Spirit Claws. We haven't actually played a weapon this game. Which means the Stormforged... If I play the Horde Pillager, we don't get anything except for just the Horde Pillager. So I'm probably gonna have to slow down a bit here and just toss out the Volcanic Drake, and that's the turn.
Yeah, not much you could do there, in my opinion. For my... Oh, okay. So he's holding a dragon. Now... Let's see here. Well, that thing's gonna hit us in the face anyway.
Perplexing.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna take one in the face. And give us some more presence. There we go.
I'm perfectly fine with that play. And it does give us a weapon in play that we can get back later when we play the Horde Pillager.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Huh. So we have a couple of different options for how to remove that thing. We can either trade, play the Dragon Maw Scorcher. That's one option. We can get spell damage on this. And Lightning Storm will do 3 to 4. And then we can Rockbiter this. And this will do 5. We don't even have to give the spell damage. We can just Rockbiter, Swing, and Lightning Storm, and that's a guaranteed clear. Now that is only 5 mana. can also play the Tuskar Fisherman that turn, just to have another thing on the board, which feels stronger than just playing a totem. And then I can just swing him in the face with the Fire Elemental. And I'm pretty fine with doing that. So that's the play. Boom, hit that for 5. And I have to take 7 to the face. I accept that. Lightning Storm, kill his board. Put this in play to have more stuff in play. And donk him in the face.
I probably would have done the same thing, apart from I would have probably hero powered rather than Tuskered. So we could have saved spell damage for later.
Oh wow,
Oh,
tapping.
Yeah.
Hunting for answers.
Oh, that's weak. That's even weaker.
It does save him.
Well, it does. Well, I guess this is obvious. And I'll take that back.
What can I ask for?
Hex on hand is excellent. There we go.
It's super excellent because Hex plus Dragon Maw is a guaranteed removal.
Your feeble magic.
We can't hit that with the Hex, so that's upsetting. Oh, that's actually like one of the few things that can save him here. He played another big taunt minion that we actually can't touch. What's good is he's at 2 health, so he can't use his hero power. The question here is only like... Because I can play the Dragon Maw Scorcher, and then it's gonna heal my side of the board. Which is fine. It's only gonna hit him for 1. He's gonna get to swing us in the face here. So I think I have to sort of tap for a Taunt Totem. I won't be able to play both Frizz and the Dragon Maw. I could play both Frizz and the Dragon Maw. And then trade next turn to be sure I can get through this. It's unlikely that he'll be able to remove both. But if he can remove both, then I won't have any answer for this. But I probably wouldn't have anyway. It's just like, do I want to tap for the Taunt Totem or not? And I think I'm gonna have to go all in on this. And just end turn.
Yeah, I would have done that same play. Oh, wow. That, however, we can Hex. Should we, though? Yeah, so we're probably gonna have to take some face damage here, which... Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but...
A real stinker. You have made a grave mistake.
We just pray that he doesn't have an answer next turn. I'm just gonna put this out so we have something to attack with.
If you had hero power there, I would have screamed.
Such a baby.
So we have the weapon, we can remove his taunt minion. So if he doesn't have an answer for this, we just win on the spot. And he has to have an answer with what he has in his hand. He can't tap for another thing. He doesn't have an answer. We win. Yay! Woo! Alright, so Mike, we are 3-0. Are you gonna revise your prediction that we're gonna end this run at 3 wins?
Turns out I was wrong.
Well, we can still end this run at 3 wins.
Well, yeah.
We just have to lose 3 in a row at this point.
It's doable.
Alright, so now that we're at 3 wins, with the way the arena draft system works, is we've gotten through all the bad decks, we've gotten through all the mediocre decks. With arena, the way it works is that the game matches you up with other people who have the same or similar win streaks as you do. So now we're going to be pitted up against other people who are also 3-0. And the more wins we get, the tougher the decks are that we're going to be facing. And at this point, facing other people who are 3-0, we're reaching the point where we're gonna start going up against pretty bonkers arena decks. So it's only gonna get harder and harder from here. So good luck, Mike.
Yeah, we'll probably be fine this time, I think. But we can also still face people at 3-1 and such, right? I think so.
Can, but that's more for like later when you get up to like 10 wins. It's gonna be hard for it to find people who have the exact same.
Yeah.
But at this point, no, I'm gonna assume that this person is also gonna be at 3-0.
I actually like this starting hand on curve, so I'm gonna keep it.
And that means you're not gonna have a turn 1 play, because there won't be, even if you draw the totem smash, there won't be
Yes.
anything you can target with.
Correct.
So your turn is going to be clicking the end turn button.
Yeah. But I like having Unbound Elemental on curve.
I agree with this, Mulligan. I agree with it.
So, there we go.
Now, obviously, since we're facing a rogue, they can hero power, so if I play the loot hoarder, he's just gonna hero weapon up and kill the loot hoarder. But I still think that's the correct play rather than just hero powering, because hero powering's weak. This is just gonna cycle itself, we're gonna draw something else, so I'm fine with that.
So am I. Forcing him to hero power is nice as well. Throws him off curve, hopefully.
Well, no, because rogues pretty much plan for hero powering on turn 2 when they draft their deck, so most good rogue players are not gonna pick like almost any 2-mana cards.
Right. I'm gonna stick to the plan anyway, and oops, play the elemental.
Job's done.
There we go.
That's the plan, and we're sticking to it. So, if he board floods, I can Lightning Storm. I don't think he can board flood all that much for 3 mana. He coins, gonna play something for 4 mana.
Firebomb ready.
Fascinating. Now, the Scale Rider doesn't actually pick this off. And it's not a super, like, good on-curve play anyway, because it's 3 mana and we're at 4. So we can't combine it with anything else. It's better to save it for later turns. So I'm probably just going to use the Rockbiter weapon to kill this and hero power. It's like the least bad turn we can do here. So I'm going to do that, Rockbiter, and swing.
Yeah, that's a shame. But not much we could do. Let's see, if he doesn't put anything on board, I'm probably gonna big ol' whelp. We'll see.
But what if he does put something on the board?
Yeah, that's the question. Also depends on what we draw, of course.
For the king.
Taking his time, okay. I'm actually fine with... Ooh. That's tricky, though. See, if we draw a dragon next turn, we're gonna regret not playing Frizz. Frizz will also trade well with that minion. I do want to play Big Ol' Whelp, though. No, I'm gonna be greedy, as per usual. Also, Big Ol' Whelp is better if we draw reduced mana cards.
I think that play was a mistake. I think putting out the better minion and actually just drawing a card while we have the chance to just do so would have been better. It's easier for him to do 2 damage than it is for him to do 3 damage, probably by a lot. So I would have played the Big Ol' Whelp here.
Ready, sir.
That's actually decent. It's decent because we can Lightning Storm, trade Scale Rider to guarantee to wipe his board. And that's gonna overload us for 2, so we're still gonna be at 5 mana next turn, which means we're still gonna have a bunch of options next turn. The other option would be like trade and Sunwalker, but that feels way weaker. He can hero power, trade, and still play something for 4 mana. I don't like that play at all. So I'm just gonna do that. This is about as good of a spot as we're gonna get for playing the Lightning Storm. So, here we go. Lightning Storm, Scale Rider, and Trade. And that's my turn.
I like that turn. Now, I'm probably gonna Big Ol' Whelp and Ancestral here.
No, you're gonna be overloaded.
Right, correct you are. So let's see, I'm gonna have a turn of 5.
I wonder.
My bad.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Okay, that's too bad. Still has a weak board presence, so I'm not too concerned as of yet. I actually think this is a proper turn to play the Big Ol' Whelp. And there we go.
I would have been fine with either of the dragons. I think this is fine. I think the Scorcher would probably also have been fine. So, yeah, this works for me. Next turn we have good removal. We have both Stormforged Axe and Gyrocopter. Or if we don't need to, we can just play Stormforged Axe and Sunwalker. Ooh, Divine Shield Rush can't be targeted. Well, that's a bit rough. Now we can play Stormforged Axe plus Dragon Maw Scorcher to get rid of those. I don't want to play the Gyrocopter here, obviously, because it's just going to trade and die. So Dragon Maw wipes that, puts that at 2. Stormforged hits that. It feels like the right play. What's my other option? My other option is like Stormforged Axe, trade, and then like Sunwalker. Then you can Hero Power, trade, and still play something for 4. No, I don't like any of those plays. So this has to be the play. This feels way stronger than any other conceivable play. And we still have a weapon on the board.
I agree with that. So, probably it's gonna be Sunwalker and Ancestral next turn, because we need some options coming in late game. So drawing cards is nice. Okay. And what else? So he doesn't have backstab. Well, shit.
That's a card.
It is a card. So we're probably gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna have to take 4 here.
You have made a grave.
Killing that, sticking to plan,
My shield.
and get some options for your turn.
Job's done.
Could have hoped for a taunt, but... Oh, there we go.
What do you mean? You did draw a taunt? You drew.
No, through hero power. But
Oh.
that would have been a weaker play.
Yeah. No, I'm actually kind of fine with that. We have some defensive options here, but we have to sort of like just transfer into something useful. Okay. So he's just gonna remove that. Now, obviously, at this point, we can't just sort of swing into that. Gyrocopter is just gonna hit it once and die. I feel like our only option here is to play the Rain of Toads. Otherwise, we're just gonna take 11 damage to the face, which I'm not super happy about. So I'm just gonna play the Rain of Toads. And that's gonna be my turn.
Aren't you happy we drafted that card?
I'm not.
Made all the difference. Now let's see, even with that...
The good thing about facing Rogue is that Rogue kind of doesn't have a whole lot of AoE. Rogue struggles removing wide boards.
Yeah, ever since they lost Vanish. Was their only ward removal, right? It's
Pretty
like
much.
Big removal. Now, problem is, we're still not going to get rid of that 7/7.
I wonder.
We'll see, we'll see. Worst case scenario, I don't want to do it, but we might have to sacrifice Jared now. Well, that's annoying. So, I don't want to take 7 more to the face. Have to remove that, though. You're... Miss Wrights. You're probably not gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I feel like we have to.
Job's done.
And that's my turn.
See, that's a problem, because now we're dead on the board. We're just dead. I hope you see that. I hope you see that we're just dead on the board.
It's my turn.
You just killed us. He can kill your taunts and then attack with the 6 attack minion in our face, and then we're dead. He didn't even need to play this. We were dead anyway.
Right.
So yes, I do not agree with that play.
Told you, 3 wins.
You're probably not gonna agree with this play, where I just leave us dead on the board when I could have stopped it.
Well, I didn't see the lethal. Obviously.
Well, you were correct that I did not agree with that play.
At least that's something, you know? Right?
You were correct. You were correct. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's everything. It's fucking fine, okay?
Versus Anduin.
How about them rogues, huh?
How about them rogues?
Crazy.
They're good in arena. Don't need ancestral knowledge in my starting hand. Don't need the crusher in my starting hand. Kind of fine with having these 2 in my starting hand. So that's my mull. That's my mully. Squall Hunter's great to have in your starting hand, isn't it? Man, what if you had it in your starting hand and then you just mulliganed it away? What if you were the kind of person who does that? What would that say about you as a person?
Those people are weird.
Most people are weird. Got nothing to do, so I'm gonna end my turn.
Yeah, and him being a priest. Yeah, didn't think he would play something. I'm just gonna hero power here.
You could have been an asshole and done coin Feral Spirit.
Could have.
Could have left me with 1 mana for next turn. That would have been a play.
Yeah, give me ideas.
I don't want to give you any ideas.
I am not a morning person.
Neither am I.
Yeah. So we have a couple of different options here. Obviously, we can use the Totemic Smash to plonk down on that, get the overkill, get another totem. Can combine that with the Fire Tree Witch Doctor. Or we can coin the Squall Hunter. Issue with that is we are left with at 2 mana next turn, which I was not fine with before, but since we drew the Fire Tree Witch Doctor, we have options for stuff we can play next turn, even if we're at 2 mana. I could play the Feral Spirit, but that's going to overload us, and then we won't be able to play the Squall Hunter next turn. Coin Squall Hunter, followed by a shit turn, or at least a 2 mana turn, which we have options. And then after that, we'll be at 5, which feels solid. Totemic Smash plus Fire Tree Witch Doctor feels a little bit too weak. So I'm gonna go all in on the big boy.
I probably would have Rock Bit.
Rockbit?
I would probably have Rock Bit the Imp Master and follow that with a Totemic Smash. He's getting a lot of board presence, but... Oh well, let's find a spell. Or let's not. No, let's find a spell. Ooh. I'm probably gonna go Lava Burst here. I heard that. The disappointment.
No, I'm fine with that play. I'm actually fine with you picking the Lava Burst. Not sure I would have played the Witch Doctor. Another option would have been like just Rock Biter on the Imp Master and then trade with the 2/4. But this is fine. I like having a Lava Burst in hand. It gives us a bunch of options for later. This sets up a pretty good Lightning Storm since we have spell damage in hand. Would have liked to have something I could combine the Lightning Storm with, which we kind of don't have right now. There's also like the Totemic Smash. There's a couple of different lines of play here. Dragon Maw is also a thing. Wipes out 2 things, but it's not like gonna wipe out everything. So it's not the strongest possible play. Really wish we just had a little more flexibility in our hand with what we can play or not.
I must ponder.
Can also be a bit greedy and save the Lightning Storm for a little bit longer. Then I can Totemic Smash that, trade into that, and just play the Bad Luck Albatross. It's got 3 health, he only has 2 1-attack minions on the board, so he can't deal with that. And it's a 4-attack minion, which Priest struggles to deal with. Kinda like that. Could get a healing totem here if we're lucky. Spell damage, that's interesting. So I'm gonna do this.
I probably would have Lightning Stormed, since priests tend to have single bigger minions later on. So we might not really have as big of a use of Lightning Storm later.
How many?
But look at all that spell damage.
Look at it! Okay, thank you. So, I actually want to give him some albatrosses, so I will trade with that and do Maelstrom. I think.
Perplexing.
2. Yes, that is actually what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it could have been better. And I'm gonna Feral Spirits.
I kind of disagree with that play a little bit, and the reason why I disagree with that play is because we pretty much don't have, like, any minions in our hand. So the minions we have on the board, we kind of want to, like, try to keep those at all cost. This, however, is a very, very obvious Hex. You just dumped out a big 7-mana minion. You could also sort of, like, Lava Burst it and trade, but then we lose another minion, and all it does is, like, open up so we can play the Spirit Claws as well this turn, which, like, isn't that big of a deal anyway. So I'm just gonna Hex that. And then smack him in the face a bunch. And that's about it.
Cool. Now, I wouldn't mind some card draw, but we have some cards to work with. Do we have lethal? We do.
Oh yeah, by a ton.
Yes. We're good.
You have made a grave mistake.
There we go.
Easy this game is easy. It's so easy. See, all you do is just smack them in the face a bunch and then you win. Right? That's how you play Hearthstone.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? Just smack them in the face and they die and you win. Alright, 4 wins. Your prediction was wrong.
I'm sorry.
You're such a disappointment.
At least I gave one.
Versus
Ah, that's true. I didn't give a prediction.
You said 12, but that's a joke.
I did say 12. I'm standing by it.
Really?
Yeah. So check this out. Holding a dragon in hand means this becomes a whole lot more playable on 2 than it otherwise would have been.
It does.
Otherwise, I would have been wary about keeping like a 5-cost minion in my hand. We don't have any like 1 turn plays anyway. And a bunch of our turn 2 stuff is sort of situational. Not many like just pure 2-drops. And keeping the Lightning Storm is also fine, since we have somewhat of a slow early game. So I'm actually super fine with this hand. And that means that my turn 1 is going to be clicking the end turn button.
Yes.
And that's my turn 1.
And we're gonna see what we find here.
Prove your worth, cur.
So let's see, against Warrior, what do we want?
See a vision in the flames.
Yeah, let's go Lava Burst yet again.
Job's done.
That's it.
Lava Burst is fine. Feral Spirit would have also been good, but Lava Burst is fine. So we're most likely going to overload ourselves here if he plays another sort of like small-ish thing.
Ride the polar bear express.
Oh, well that's getting Lava Bursted. I don't see any scenario in which I don't just Lava Burst that. So that's my turn.
Gee, thanks for the overload.
Well, what would you have done?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Tap and pass?
Well, yeah. I mean, big up a bigger board for our Lightning Storm. That's how you play, right?
Yeah, that's how you play. Maximum greed.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Happy with that play?
You could have done a better play.
I'm sorry.
See, because now, now we're getting a decent Lightning Storm here. This is about as good as a Lightning Storm is gonna get. Dragon Maw Scorcher is only gonna kill one thing. Leave these at 1. That seems weak. Could throw a big ol' whelp, but he can trade in. Mawshog is fun to drop here because he might fail with killing it. And then we can do an even better Lightning Storm next turn. That's the janky line, which I like. Because if you do Lightning Storm, we don't have anything to combo it with. So we're still just going to end up with him being in the initiative. There is an argument for just dumping out the Mawshog Announcer here. He could fail to kill it if he tries, and that puts him in like a really weird spot. And then next turn we can Lightning Storm and combo it with something. I'm actually gonna do that. Here we go.
I totally would have Totemed and Lightning Stormed, but I like your play better.
Well, when you get up to 4 wins, 5 wins, stuff like that, you have to start taking some risks or you're just not gonna win.
Oh yeah, obviously. And also, if this guy survives, we will have him behind a taunt.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
A simple spell.
There we go indeed. Well, that's probably not gonna help finishing the remaining guys. Question is should I Totem and Lightning Storm, or is there a better follow-up to Lightning Storm?
Perplexing.
One could argue for Lightning Storming and then Rockbiter, saving our minion. I'm actually gonna do that because then I don't have to gamble with the 25% chance of getting spell damage.
I must pawn lightning.
And then I'm gonna keep this on the board.
You have made a great victory.
There we go.
I'm very happy you made that play. That is the perfect, correct play. And my gamble with playing the Marshall announcer played out perfectly. Perfectly. Could not have gone better. Again, we're in a spot where, like, yeah, I could hex that. But it's a bit of a weak play, especially when we do have a taunt in play to protect this guy for a bit longer. I prefer to just dump out the big old whelp. We get to draw another card. We get to improve our board. And just gives us more options. So I'm gonna do that. Oh! Oh! Well, that's nice. Good. Yeah, that's nice.
I agree with that play. Also, it's a better trade for us going into the 6-4 with our 5-5. Or he can just do it for us. Now, let's see. Not a lot of options here. I think I do want to keep this on board for longer. So I'm probably going to Rain of Toads and Hero Power. Did want to play the Warlock Albatrosses, but I don't have a good follow-up for that at all. Yeah, let's do it. So here the question would be, do I trade or not? But I'm actually gonna go face. Force him to deal with those taunts.
Swiftly.
I don't understand why you didn't just play the Draconid Crusher and then get another Draconid Crusher back in your hand. Oh, wow!
Look at that.
Holy shitballs! That's a fucking play. He got that as the random pirate, and then it summoned 3 fucking pirates when he played it. Good lord. Well, we have the Maelstrom Portal, which will do 2 damage to everything. And then we can do trade, get rid of Hook Tusk, gets rid of that, and gets rid of that.
Perplexing.
I can, of course, trade with this first, get these down to 2 health, and then we killed that as well with the Maelstrom. Do we have a follow-up besides the Maelstrom? We haven't played any weapons. We have played... No, we have not played weapons, so Horde Pillager won't do anything. There's also the option of Maelstrom Portal plus Dragon Maw, but that's 7 mana, so we can't do that. Alright, fine. So, start by killing this guy. There we go, and then we Maelstrom. And then we trade. And then we Albatross.
There we go. Clean up nicely.
Try this.
Okay.
He can miss.
He can.
No, only minions.
Oh, right,
Minions
right.
can miss that.
Right you are. Now let's see. Got 6. I'm one damage shy of actually proccing my Draconid. You probably want me to play that anyway, since you scolded me for it last time. But I'm greedy. Let's see. Guess we're doing that. Yeah.
For Blackwood.
Get some pressure. Get some card draw and give him some bad ones. There we go.
Very correct play. And I don't understand why you're even thinking about it, where you're like, well, I'm greedy, but I don't want to make the greedy play.
Well, I want it to be bigger. Like my
Alright.
boy Thick.
So he has a 1 damage AoE. That's fine. We also have a 1 damage AoE. We actually have 2 1 damage AoEs. So obviously, oh, that's juicy. Oh, that's a draw. All right, well that makes things very simple. Here it is. Pop that. Tap for a taunt totem because this game is so easy. I didn't get the taunt totem. And smackaroonies.
There we go.
There we go.
Big boy.
That's a big boy. That boy thick. That's a thick ass boy.
Easy now. Okay, so we have...
I've never actually
17.
before seen a golden Draconic Crusher. Man,
Same.
That's some juicy card art.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow, that looks great.
Look at that crusher.
I want to craft a golden Crusher now just so I can have that in Arena.
Yeah, it looks really good actually.
Wow, he's just dead.
Oh. Just taking it like a champ.
Taking it on the chin.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well. Well, that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Well, does that count? No, your turn never started.
Thanks.
Look at that, 5 wins.
Yeah, look at us go.
Look at us go. Just two boys going at it together.
Yeah.
Going hard.
Yeah, pounding it.
Pounding it. Yeah.
Underking
We're smashing it.
versus Jaina.
Just 2 boys smashing together.
Okay, so here come the mages. Ooh. Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep everything except for the Dragon Breeder. It's a good draw later when we have dragons in hand. Yeah. Oh well.
I like having Totemic Smash in the starting hand when you're going second.
Yeah, it's our only 1 mana card also.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's a turn.
That is a turn.
Finally, a second chance.
Alright, we actually have a couple of different lines of play here. There's a bunch of shit we can do. Coin Albatross is the worst possible play.
Obviously.
Obviously. So what we can do is we can Spirit Claw and just swing at that in the face. Upon which we can either just accept that, and we'll take 6 damage in total, maybe even 8 damage in total if he hero powers. But next turn, then we can do like Totemic Smash, whatever. We could Maelstrom Portal, hope for the best. We can Spirit Claws, Coin, Totemic Smash, which I love. I'll take the 3 damage, I'll get the overkill, generate the totem, we'll still be able to play the Albatross next turn.
Yeah, that's probably the correct play. Or probably guaranteed. Shame we didn't get the spell damage totem.
Yeah.
But oh well. So yeah, just like you said, obvious Albatross turn. And there we go.
The thing about Albatross is we never know if we get any value from it or not, because even if they draw the Albatrosses, they probably don't play them because they like have something else to play. Well, they can just sort of use it to curve out, I guess. Play something and an Albatross. Or,
5 more minutes.
he's gonna ping his own minion? Wow. Well, that's a play. Now, again, we have a couple of different lines here. We can't tap for spell damage, but then we can't Lightning Storm. We can Lightning Storm, and as long as one of them hits 3 damage, we can clear his board. If we do that, though, then we're going to be at 3 mana next turn, and we won't have any good plays. We can also sort of like tap for spell damage, 25% chance, trade, but then we can't play anything else either. So I kind of want to have the Albatross in play. The worst case scenario is I play Lightning Storm and both take 2 damage. That's like the absolute worst case scenario. But I think I have to take that chance. I don't see what other play I can do that makes sense. Unless it's like Maelstrom Portal, trade. It gives me 2 1-health minions in play and I won't be overloaded next turn. Actually, that's the play. Oh, shit. That's the play.
Yeah, well done. I think I would have probably totemed.
25% for spell damage? That could have backfired so hard.
Could have, but I would have Lightning Storm and Maelstrom to play this turn.
So he has to ping the 3-1.
Oh yeah, no doubts. So you kind of gimped his turn.
Oh, I got a bit lucky.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's his turn.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, that turn was gimped.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. So we're just gonna play on curve. Save that weapon.
Oh man, I'm so happy that we got a minion that he had to ping down.
Yep.
Now we don't have a lot of cards in hand, so I would like a Cult Master or possibly the Ancestral Knowledge. Both of those 2 are fine. I am also happy about a big old Whelp. So we got 3 draws that's going to give us card draw. I would like to see one of those. Ugh. Discovering a dragon in Arena is disgusting because there's so many good legendary dragons right now. And he picked pretty fast.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
Woo!
Ooh, lucky.
Oh, I'm happy about that. Now, we don't have any dragons in hand, unfortunately, so we don't have any activators for the Scale Rider. There's an option for, like, tap for spell damage. If we get that, we trade. I think the Sunwalker is the correct play here. I don't see a play that's not Sunwalker right now. I think this is what we gotta do.
Letting him have that spell damage, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
Your feeble magic unused.
Does everybody get that card?
It's common.
Jesus. Fucking hell. So here... What's the play? Question is, which of these minions do we want to keep? I say we probably want to have the taunt around. So I'm probably going to trade in with this, followed by Arcane Missiles. Hopefully taking that out.
I must ponder.
And then... 5. Okay, I'm going to do it this way.
Swiftly. You have made a grave mistake.
What more can I ask for?
There we go.
It's a fine play. Another play could have been trade and play Dragon Maw Scorcher. Ooh.
Ouch. Oh, come on.
Okay. That's a sick card. Now, we're gonna heal for 1, so we won't be able to ping it down. He's gonna have to trade. I don't have a good answer for that.
No.
I can't play the Dragon Mask Orchard this turn because this needs to heal up first. Unless I do trade, Scale Rider, Rock Biter, and trade. That's 10 damage. It's gonna put the Scale Rider in play, but that's about it. I might just Scale Rider ping that,
Ponder.
and then just go face with everything. To try to close this out, because I feel like we're gonna have to start sort of rushing to the finish line here. There's a taunt, so that's fine. It's a bit protected. Let's just go for it here. I'm gonna, yeah, let's just go for it.
Yeah, I would have done the same. Oh, that's big. It's a bit late.
Mind if I roll knee?
Let's see what our options are. So I'm actually considering pinging that myself. Or is that stupid? Now, there's a 50% chance that I get the spell damage. That puts out a... That's at 6 damage. But I shouldn't really show our hand with the rock biter yet. I will actually... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, that might make a difference.
So we do have lethal here, together with the Rockbiter weapon.
The bigger they are.
Oh no, that's scary. Now, he has to kill the spell damage thing, or we do have lethal. He's probably gonna kill the spell damage thing. If he's super greedy, he goes face, but I don't think he's gonna. No. Well, we have a 1 in 3 chance here of getting lethal if we tap for spell damage. And I think we have to take that chance. 1 in 3, 1 in 3, 1 in 3, 1 in 3, 1 in 3. Boom! This game is so easy! It's so easy! Oh my god! Jesus, why are you even playing against me, people? I'm so good at Hearthstone. It's so easy. Oh. Don't you just love how easy this game is?
RN good.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Alright, you're up.
Yeah. Really lucky though. We were so dead.
No. That was our game.
Yeah, obviously.
That was our game to win.
Obviously. More mages, of course. That's basically how it usually is when you reach the higher wins, right? Used to be at least.
Yeah, I see a lot of mages.
Yeah. So, yet again, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, let's go. And it being my turn, it's gonna be yours instantly.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Now, if we can just draw a dragon here, we can actually play the Witch Doctor on 2. Otherwise, we have to play the Fisherman on 2. We're gonna play the Fisherman on 2.
Reason for not hero powering?
I want to have a minion on the board.
Oh yeah. Well, I just mean a hero powering would do that as well. Now let's see. Guess I will have to.
A real stinker.
See, that thing could have had spell damage.
No, because he would have pinged that thing. So we would have been in the same situation, except now we have 2 minions on the board instead of 1. Right? I always have to play with the board. Ah, shit.
So he has a dragon.
Everyone's got dragons.
Yep.
Everyone's got them dragon synergies. I guess that's just the meta right now, right?
Dragon galore. Oh my god.
Welp. Horde Pillager right now is a terrible play because he can just trade it in. I can't tap. And we don't have any good plays for next turn either.
No.
This is awful. I'm gonna have to tap here. And no spell damage. The best thing I can do here is basically just trade, get the overkill so I get another totem. And like that's about it. Like what else could I possibly do? Just go face? Just save the totemic smash for later? Yeah, because that means he can't actually get that killed himself. And if he can't get that killed, he can't buff the dragon in his hand, so I'm just gonna do that.
Oh wow. I was certain we were on the same page. I would have done the totemic smash trade. Other way around, obviously. Now, if we'd only draw a dragon, we can actually play that fire tree.
We have 5 dragons in the deck.
Yeah. Well aware. Because we don't really have a good... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Because we really don't have an obvious turn 5 play either. Let's see here. So I can actually play the fire tree this turn. However, I kind of want to get rid of the Azure Explorer. Oh, let's see what we get. So with Rockbiter, we can actually get rid of that guy. And I think that's the play.
You have made a grave mistake.
And let's create a totem as well.
Job done.
There we go. Not too happy about that heal totem, but...
Another option would have been just Lightning Storm, get the 50-50. But you know, this is fine. Now we're not overloaded. Which means we can play the...
Jesus.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, that's a 12-win deck.
No, I mean, he got that from the Azure Explorer.
Oh, right.
And it got bumped by the Tasty Flyfish.
Still one hell of a Discover card.
Yeah. Yeah. And he also discovered a spell from playing the Arcane Breath before, so he's got the goods. Now, obviously, we can play Gyrocopter, trade, and kill that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess the card he picked is probably the Polymorph spell. Could also have picked like Flame Strike.
Yeah, or the 1 mana freeze, but
Ponder.
So
Flame Strike seems plausible.
So obviously we have to counter this somehow, and the Gyrocopter is the only thing we have that can do that. So I guess that's my turn.
Well, at least we got 2 hits in with it. So this is not going as great as our previous endeavors.
Well, that's what happens when you get up to those 6 wins.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, right now my one play is like.
He has played 4 cards.
Yeah.
3 of those have generated other cards.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my god.
He just keeps on going. So. Oh, he's doing more stuff.
I spread the master's will.
Okay. So I don't really see an obvious play here. Do I just kindle Rook's Lightning Storm or only maybe I just hero power and kindle Roost? I don't fucking know. He is gonna dump more stuff on board next turn, so Lightning Storm might be better off then.
Perplexing.
Especially in combination with Dragon Maw. Yeah, he doesn't have too much damage on board, so I'm just gonna pray that you are doing better next turn.
I mean, he can just trade ping into the frizz. We have 2 dragons left in the deck, so we got a little bit of a boost from that, but not a huge one. Another option would have been Fire Elemental to kill his 3/2. Eventually, we're gonna have to just draw out the card that he got from Malygos. We can't play around it forever. Eventually, we're just gonna have to give him something that he can feed that into. Since he is not, like, obviously playing something, he probably... Because we're not really dumping a bunch of stuff on the board. He might have picked wrong. He might have just picked, like, the cheap AoE because he thinks since we're Shaman, we're gonna dump a bunch of tokens on the board. So we might have, like, a spell that won't help him all that much. Oh my god, can he stop playing cards that generate more cards? I have no idea what his hand is now. 4 cards in his hand are just cards that have been generated from other cards. Because now we're in the unfortunate situation that, like we have to deal with this somehow. We can't just play around it forever. So I guess I'm just gonna have to play Unbound Elemental Lightning Storm this turn, which isn't ideal. But Fire Elemental doesn't do anything. Dragon Maw Scorcher doesn't do anything. Draconic Crusher doesn't do anything. So it's the only play that sort of like has some sort of value. So I guess this is the play, and then this sets up a play where, like, next turn we can actually do the Fire Elemental and accomplish something. We'll see.
Yeah, it sucks. We're not as lucky this time around when it comes to card draw.
We have not been lucky a single time in this run. It has been all skill, mostly on my part. Mostly.
I forgot.
I accept your apology. Thank you, thank you.
I said I forgot, not...
To apologize, I understand.
Right. Now, he's not really losing any cards here.
Well, he is. It's just that he's generating 2 cards for every card he's playing.
Fucking ridiculous. Oh well, at least we can get rid of that fucking poisonous minion with our Fire Elemental. He's not gonna trade that in.
How about a new
Oh my god!
Wow. Yeah, how about a Mirage?
Is that what he's saying?
I think so. Along those lines, at least. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Guess that's a play. Well, this guy just keeps on going, huh? So yeah. I don't think the Fire Elemental here is a good play. I think I'm just gonna draw. I did that the wrong way around. Sorry about that.
I think the Fire Elemental would have been the good play. I think, like, we're at the point where you're, like, being greedy and trying to play around stuff is not gonna work. You're gonna have to do the clunky play just so that we can stabilize. We're not gonna be able to set up a perfect scenario. So, I don't know, what can we draw? What can we draw that sort of turns this around for us? Rain of Toads would be fine here. Okay, trades that in. Well, that means we can Fire Elemental the Cult Master. Which is probably the play, because he's probably gonna have a bunch of other rush minions. Because why wouldn't he? Yeah, more synergy. Oh, he doesn't have any more dragons in hand. It's good to know he doesn't have more dragons in hand, at least. But obviously here, if I kill this with the Fire Elemental, then he's just going to be able to trade this in and draw even more cards. So I'm obviously going to kill the Cult Master.
Well, he is going to overdraw if he draws one more.
No.
So it doesn't really serve him any good drawing more cards at this point.
No, he can draw a card at the beginning of the turn, then he plays a card, and then he trades that in. I mean, that's...
No, but I mean, if you kill the Mirage now with Fire Elemental... Well, sure, he can still... Yeah, I guess.
Perplexing.
Is that... Stop helping me. You're not allowed to help me.
So sorry.
You're breaking the rules. I would like to do something more than just playing the Fire Elemental. We haven't played any weapons. It's probably okay to play the Horde Pillager anyway. I don't think letting him overdraw for one is gonna do anything in the grand scheme of things, so I'm just gonna put some pressure on the board and hope for the best here.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Now, let's see, we want to make use of that Cult Master so we actually draw something we can use, but in order for that to work, we have to keep something on the board.
What to do? What to
do?
Uh-oh.
Does he have Pyroblast? Oh.
Are we dead?
He's close. He's doing something.
Are we just dead?
Make him stop. Jesus. Wow.
That guy's gonna go to 12 wins.
I blame you all the way.
Good lord, what a deck that guy had.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alright, we're still in it.
One more loss, man.
No, there's not gonna be one more loss. There's not gonna be one more loss, Mike.
Thunder King
I'll try.
versus Liadrin.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Of kings and gods.
There are actually cards in our deck that synergize with each other, so I'm gonna skip out on the Albatross. These two, however... Yeah, I'm gonna let those two stay.
Why? Why?
Because I'm gonna draw a dragon. Jesus.
Why would you throw the Albatross? Now we have nothing to do on turn 3. Ugh. Ugh.
I see a vision.
Ugh. Good fucking lord. Alright. 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 Fuck me. Go! Alright.
You upset over something?
You mad, bro?
Why are you mad?
Why are you trolling me, bro?
Reporting for duty.
That was a good Maelstrom turn. Okay.
Solid. That plays around enemy AoE. We could even give that plus spell damage. That gives him a target that he has to remove, but that he doesn't want to remove. That's actually quite fine. Okay. Would have been better last turn. That's fine. Let's see. I can give that spell damage. Trade. Give this the big bad voodoo. I want to just play efficient here. So we'd give that spell damage. That was the plan. Now this card suddenly becomes a problem for him. And I do want to give this big bad voodoo, which makes it so that like now he doesn't want to really remove that either. And I'm gonna pop this so that he gets to generate less value from it. And that's the turn.
Seems good. Seems good. So next is, let's see. He's probably gonna flood a bit more here, so it might be a good lightning storm turn. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't mind. So maybe we don't lightning storm. Maybe we just bad luck and ooh. Let's see here. I'm still probably thinking bad luck hero powering. And then I don't really see...
Vocalize your thought process. This is a Let's Play channel.
Well, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm gonna play on curve. I'm gonna save the 4 mana. I'm not gonna leave any unspent mana. I'm just considering what to trade with. God damn it. We have the taunt up. I think I'm just gonna remove this one. Yeah, sure. There we go.
Yeah, sure. That's the play. That's a play. What do you want to do for 6 mana? Ooh, a big gyrocopter. That's scary. We're 1 turn away from combining the Squall Hunter and the Lightning Storm.
Yeah.
We do have some spell damage. Oh, hello. What's he doing? Why didn't he use his 1/1s to kill the Taunt Totem? What's he doing? What's he doing? That's a dumb play.
Yeah.
I don't see what that accomplishes.
Oh well.
Yeah, so there are a couple of different lines here. You can do like the trade Sunwalker. You can do trade Fire Elemental Face. You can do trade Fire Elemental 1/1. There are a bunch of different lines here.
I must ponder.
I think the best line is leaving these 2 guys up because I don't really care about them.
Silence!
And just trying to make as big of a board as I can right here. We'll just do this and just smack him in the face. We're gonna try to like squeeze in as much face damage as we can, I think.
Yeah, sure. And if we're able to get him to 15... Oh.
That's an interesting card to see in Arena.
Yeah, because I mean, we are gonna punch him in the face. So this is a really good Lightning Storm turn. Could put that out, but I don't want to overload the next turn for too much. So I'm just gonna Lightning Storm here. Set up some card draw and hero power. And now we're proccing our Crusher as well.
That's solid. We're actually pretty far ahead here, so there are a couple of different lines you could have taken last turn, and most of them would have been fine. Dumping the Squall Hunter on the board instead of the instead of the Loot Hoarder is probably what I would have done, just to have even more big stuff on the board, because then we would be threatening lethal, which we don't do right now. We would have had lethal on the board. I can trade this in the hopes of getting lethal. I would need 4 damage in that case. Do I have anything that does 4 damage? No. Rockbiter does 3 damage. The weapons do 2 damage or 3 damage. So I can't actually even draw lethal. Unfortunately. Which is why Squall Hunter would have been better. I'm giving Mike a look. It's the look of, Mike, you just missed lethal. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. I'm still gonna trade with this guy just to sort of like, okay. So we have Squall Hunter plus Spirit Claws, that's 3 damage, that puts him at 1. But that's a bit overkill, we can save that for next turn. Right now we're just gonna chuck this guy out. And plop, put him at 8. I could put him at 4, but I think I prefer the trade. I'll give him some bad draws. I'm threatening lethal anyway, and I don't want him to be able to like clear anything. So that's the play.
Yeah, that's a good play. I like trading the Albatross as well.
Oh, he just gave up.
You probably drew an Albatross.
It's possible. It's possible he drew an Albatross.
Okay, let's go for 8.
7! We got 7!
I mean, it's more than twice what I expected.
It is more than twice what you expected. And it's...
I can math.
It's less than half of what I demand.
Well, that's good.
The Thunder King versus Garrosh.
We doing it. We in it. We doing it.
Let's go.
Ooh, Frizz in starting hand.
That's really good. And... I think you probably want to get rid of both of these. Oh, Scale Rider is decent, even without... Okay, let's hope for a 2-mana drop.
I'm happy about that play.
Thought you would be. Okay, here we go.
Well, that is technically a 2-drop. And here's where me and Mike differ in our Hearthstone philosophies.
Yes.
Mike would not have played this, but I am gonna do that.
You're not playing efficiently. You gotta read the text, see?
Uh-huh. Do we have any dragons in hand? You just want to keep that in
That's why you wait.
And you're gonna wait. Oh god, you're gonna wait.
Oh no, I can't play this. That's illogical. Don't you see? I will obviously rock bite and go face here.
God, I hope you draw a dragon so that I don't have to get really upset.
I hope we don't draw a dragon, because then Kindle Roost won't be as good. Maximum efficiency. Oh, did he just AFK?
He realized what he's in for and he just gave up. He saw that golden that golden dragon breeder and he was like,
Can't beat shiny.
Can't beat, it's lost, all is lost.
Happy now.
Against someone who is AFK, yes, I'm very happy that you're dumping stuff on the board. Now, this is actually a strategy that some people do. If they have, like, a ton of AoE in their hand and a ton of stuff to stabilize with, they will actually go offline for a turn to make you think that they are AFK, and then you dump all your shit on the board as fast as you can.
So sneaky.
And then they play the big AoE spell, and then your hand is empty. I've actually seen people like argue that this is a legitimate strategy.
I see it.
I don't see it, but
I'm gonna do that next turn.
Don't do that.
You just said it's a valid strategy.
I said some people say it's a valid strategy.
Well, I'm not some people, do you?
Oh my god. Stop generating cards. Stop playing cards that make cards.
So...
Ooh!
Ooh! Pretty...
Shiny!
Yeah, I actually don't mind creating a bigger board. Even though it might be, as you say, with him stalling for a reason. We're obviously gonna save those. There we go.
Would have liked to see Healing Totem. Taunt Totem is also fine. 1/1 Totem would have been the worst, because he can like play...
Whirlwind or fucking weapon.
Yeah. Alright. He does have something that he can target this card with. Wonder what that could be. He had something that he pointed at this card with.
Yeah.
What could that be? What could that be?
Well, I mean, could be something that could target it. He just
Is that
played right now.
he was at 5 mana.
Yeah.
He had something he targeted this with.
Yeah.
That costs 5 mana or less. I'm just trying to like sort of play around everything.
Yeah.
So like what could that have been? Not a good plan for play for a Cult Master this turn, because we kind of don't have anything we can sort of trade in efficiently here. Probably Sunwalker here. You could do like Albatross Rockbiter. We don't have a really good turn next turn in that case. We can obviously do trade. Leaves us very open for an AoE, so I could also sort of tap for Healing Totem. So 1 and 3. And then play Albatross. I don't like that play either. Like I said before, when you get up to 7 wins, you're gonna have to start taking some risks and hope it pans out. So I'm just gonna hope he doesn't have a big AoE thing here. I'll just see what happens.
Now, I probably would have Cult Mastered and Rockbiter to draw 2.
How would that have drawn us anything? It's only friendly minions.
Yeah, I would have traded the 2/1 to draw 1 card, and then Rockbit the Totem to draw another.
Oh yeah, I forgot he could have done that. Well, trading the 2/1 to not kill anything seems weak.
Sure, but in the sense of card generation. Now, question is if we want to use the Cult Master already, because it's probably not going to survive for more than 1 turn.
It is protected right now. I'm not gonna...
No. I know. But let's see. It would be nice to have Reign of Toads out on the turn that Cult Master comes in play, but we can't really assume that's gonna happen. Also, Cult Master out now wouldn't set up a good trade. I think I'm actually gonna... Well, he is within range of playing Brawl, though.
Make your turn!
Yeah. I'm actually gonna play the Albatross and Hero Power. There we go.
I would have played Reign of Toads. He didn't have an AoE last turn, so I'm just gonna assume that he doesn't have it this turn either. And if he did have one last turn, he would have played it last turn.
Fair.
So I'm gonna say he doesn't have any AoE. I will see, or maybe he's just playing the long con. Wow, Fool's Bane, unlimited attacks. See? God, Plague of Toads would have been so good here. Wow, he is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. Wow.
He is just counting on us having no damage at all in hand.
Yep, pretty much.
And he armors up and he actually saves himself. He's gonna be at 1.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Ooh, is that lethal?
No, this can't go face. Oh, it can go face.
it can.
Oh, it can go face.
Didn't know.
Oh my god, it can go face. I forgot. I didn't even know. I didn't know this could go face.
Didn't listen.
I didn't listen. And I'm even gonna get the overkill, so I'm gonna generate the totem. Oh yeah.
Get it.
Boom. So easy. This game is so easy.
Super simple.
Oh man.
Hooray!
Hooray! And then we're going right back in. We're going right back in. And when we get in, we go in hard, we go in deep, we go in fast. We go in like a jackhammer, like a piston. Is that how you go in?
Usually, yeah.
Usually? What's your technique?
Balls deep.
Balls deep, that's your technique?
Yeah.
That's your technique of choice?
Kings and gods.
So we're gonna keep that volcanic drake.
To have an activator for the Witch Doctor?
Obviously. Question is Cult Master. We are gonna generate a weak minion from the Maelstrom.
That's true.
I think I'm quite happy with keeping all of this. Having some card generation on curve is nice.
I'm also happy about that, Mulligan.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Might be a target if we get the
Totemic
Totemic
Smash?
Smash. We'll see.
Time waits for no one.
Ooh. That's also nice.
It's an argument for maybe coin Fire Tree Witch Doctor, but since he didn't have a turn 2 play, it worked out okay for us. It did work out okay for us. So now we're doing the Witch Doctor. Don't see any scenario in which we don't. Ooh, man. There is the double Maelstrom, which is kind of sexy with the Cult Master. Next turn we can do like, I don't know, coin Maelstrom, and Cult Master on 4. There's Lightning Storm, which is also always juicy against Druid. When you get up to this sort of like 8 wins Druid, you're gonna have to assume that it's gonna be some sort of token bullshit with Savage Roar. So it's not gonna be the Ancestral Knowledge, it's gonna be one of those two. The only question is which one. And I'm actually gonna take the bit of a risky line and do the double Maelstrom here, and we'll see how that plays out.
Okay. Depending on what he does, I'm actually... No, let's see. Okay. I think that I'm actually gonna coin Kindle Roost. Let's see, then on turn 4... That doesn't really leave anything for you to do, but I'm fine with that. I think that's a good play. Leave us with a good trade, and this might pay off instantly.
No, I agree with that play. It leaves us with a favorable board state, and I actually do have some stuff to do next turn. I can either do Maelstrom, or I can do Hero Power Maelstrom, or I can do Cult Master Trade. Cult Master Trade doesn't sound all that much fun. I can't tap. He doesn't have weapons, so he doesn't have a way of boosting this beyond being a 4/4. So this can still sort of like trade 2 for 1 here. The only question is like, do I dump the Cult Master on the board just to have him trade with the Cult Master? To leave Frizz on the board? I won't get to draw any cards if I do it that way. And I do have both Reign of Toads and the double Maelstrom, so I have a bunch of ways of generating tokens. So I feel like I want to get some value out of the Cult Master. So I guess what I'm going to do is just tap. Got spell damage, which is interesting. That's probably good enough for me to want to blast out a Maelstrom portal this turn, just because it's gonna give us some more options for later turns. So I'm gonna do that.
In the light's name.
Ooh, that's good if we get a healing totem. And I'm still just gonna trade here so I can do like the favorable value trade.
Looks good. So we're probably gonna Cult Master here. We'll see though.
Where shall I strike?
Okay, so
We got the 2-for-1 trade with Frizz, which I'm super happy about.
We did. Question is if we want to pull only the one card. So with that in hand, we get that down to only 4 health. I think this is the better play. 'Cause he will want to remove that, I think. Yeah, let's go for that play.
It's alright.
I like that play because he could fail. He could try to remove it and fail, and that's always fun when that happens. So we'll see. If he wants to remove it with the minion, then he's just gonna attack it with that first. He might just miss. That's fine. No, he's not going for it. He's gonna kill the spell damage. That's an interesting line. So I can obviously do a trade and Maelstrom here. If I combine that with the Cult Master, I get to draw 1 card, and then I can trade here and get to draw another card, and then he has to trade there. It does give him
I must ponder.
some initiative on the board, but I like that play. The other option would be like Reign of Toads. Doesn't seem very good here. Sunwalker doesn't seem very good here. So I think that's the line. So we're gonna do Maelstrom first. Doesn't matter which order, but I'll just see what I get as the 1-cost minion.
Relax. It's
That's nothing. Play Cult Master, trade, get to draw 2 cards. And that seems pretty solid right here. Yeah, that seems good.
That's all well. He's gonna trade in or waste a card to get rid of that thing. Can't. What?
Why? Oh,
right. Well, we knew he had to get rid of it, so. Now then. We might actually know. I kind of want to Sunwalker and Totem without the overkill. We're ahead on cards. And he has way too much health for us to use Lightning Storm. I don't think Reign of Toads is good here either. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm perfectly fine with that play. Seems solid. We're very far ahead on cards. Our health is fine. That's not too concerning. He's gonna trade, right? This is gonna set up no, he's not gonna trade at all. Really? He's not gonna trade at all? Fascinating. So we can obviously do like a trade Maelstrom, leaves that at 5. Not sure how I feel about that. Could set up a Reign of Toads to maybe set up a Volcanic for later. Do want to get the Spirit Claws out so I can get them back from the Horde Pillager. What's my mana? What are my options? Options are... I like trading into this. That leaves that at 2 health. Then I can like Lightning Storm, Spirit Claws. There's an argument for like tapping for spell damage. There's another option is using the Fire Elemental somehow. And I kind of like using the Fire Elemental somehow, so I'm gonna do this thing right here, where I'm gonna trade Fire Elemental just to put some more stuff on the board. I'm ignoring this for now. And here I'm actually just gonna tap. And I'm pretty fine with this.
Yeah, I see that play. no qualms about it. Now, I will probably rain of toads here.
Hex. Draw Hex for me, Mike.
I'll try.
I want you to do a good play and draw Hex.
I'll try to draw Hex. Point taken. Nope. I'm sorry. So I will rain of toads here. I shall also get rid of that 5-1 just for good measure. And I will actually bop that and set it up for a lightning storm kill. Yeah, that's it.
All right, that works. It works. We don't have like a solid way of getting rid of this, so we have to do something. That does work. And with all of these things on the board, it's going to be pretty simple to sort of like trade and get this down to like almost 0 mana. Yeah. But we are running, like, these aren't really the late game bombs we need to close this out. So it all kind of depends on like what the draw is going to look like here. Obviously this seems like a... That's okay. This seems like a pretty solid lightning storm, especially if we can get lucky and tap for spell damage. Even without spell damage, it's still going to be a good lightning storm. With spell damage, it's even better. So let's go. Didn't get spell damage, still gonna lightning storm. Low rolled one, high rolled one. It's not. I would have preferred high rolling this and low rolling this. But it's fine. We can just use the Spirit Claws to clear. So I'm gonna trade here. I'm gonna Spirit Claws. I'm gonna trade here, and we still own the board. We're about the same health. We're about the same number of cards. But we have a board and he doesn't, so that feels fine.
Oh, interesting.
Ah!
Come on, taunt.
Well, that one, damn.
Ouch. Well then. Okay, so that helps. Well, we can get rid of it, but it's gonna cost us the gyrocopter. Gyrocopter. Oh no, right. We're not at max mana. My bad.
I must ponder.
So what do we have to do here? Do I really want to gamble with the spell damage? I think I have to. Yep. Nope, didn't get it. So that means I don't want to use the gyrocopter when it's not gonna... Gyrocopter. When it's not gonna finish him off.
Okay.
Obviously. So I'm setting up my gyrocopter for next turn. Hoping...
You have made a great
No, why would I? There we go.
What do you mean, why would you? Because you're gonna get it back when you play the Horde Pillager. That's why you would. But that's 1 damage. Now, 1 damage could count when we're this late. 1 damage could be the difference between win or lose. Alright, we can actually clear both with the gyrocopter here. So that's nice. We can also give something spell damage. We can give this +3 attack. Which means we can actually keep the gyrocopter alive. So that's 2 + 6, that's 8. Can we get this down to 2? Because if we Tuskar on this, give it spell damage, then this goes up to 3, smack that, then we trade here, play gyrocopter, trade there, 4 things are gonna die, this is gonna go down to 2 mana. That's the play. Check this out, people. Check out these plays. Boom, give the spell damage. That bumps this. Boom, boom, kill this. Boom, kill this with the gyrocopter. I mean with the token. Gyrocopter kills this, gyrocopter still alive, this goes down to 2 mana. Bam, that's a fucking turn.
There we go. And you're forcing him to deal with that gyrocopter as well.
Oh, that only hit one minion. You can see that
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
I
effect.
know.
So he has 2 spells in hand.
Okay.
And 1 minion.
Yeah,
That's good information.
it is.
Oh, that's a good draw.
I like that card. Well, we're obviously gonna play Unbound Elemental first to get that proc. And let's go.
Hello.
Yeah, and we're obviously gonna bump our weapon back to 3. And bop, bop.
That's actually a double bump for the Unbound Elemental.
Yeah.
That looks really solid. I don't see what a Druid does here except play Deathwing. He pretty much has to play Deathwing or we win. Or Ultimate Infestation. He can play Ultimate
I was
Infestation.
about to say, I don't really know which expansions are in Arena
Alright.
at this moment.
Let's count. Do we have lethal? He has 17. We can get the weapon back and give it +3, so we have 6 damage from the weapon. That's 17. We have lethal.
Loot? What more can I ask for?
That's lethal. Boom, 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 boom. This game is so fucking easy. Oh, it's so easy.
Doing it, playing the game.
Jesus, why? Game, get on our level. Get on our fucking level. I love it.
I'm actually gonna be like disappointed if we get to 12 wins and you get your prediction correct.
Because I'm gonna be smug about it.
Oh yeah, all night.
But I'm always smug anyway, so
Well,
what does it matter?
True.
Love it.
The Thunder King.
Now let's see what we got here.
We've been a bit unlucky against rogues.
We've only met the one rogue, haven't we?
I am the slayer of kings and gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we lost.
Yeah. Well. So statistically, yes.
Statistically, we have a
Very unlucky.
100% loss rate against rogues.
Yes. So I'm gonna keep Lightning Storm in case of early piracy. I don't think neither you nor I want that card in opening. There we go.
I probably would have chucked the Lightning Storm too.
Really?
But hey, yeah. Rogues tend to not go wide.
Depends. With pirates, they do sometimes, though, right?
Yeah, but getting pirate synergy in Arena is pretty rare.
Happened last time.
It did happen last time. Oh well. Oh well. Now, unfortunately, we currently don't have a turn 3 play.
Correct.
So, since he swings face, that can indicate either 2 things. One is he doesn't have a good early game either, so he's planning already on weaponing up again.
Yeah.
Or that he has a better weapon in hand. It's
True.
one of those 2.
We are, however, gonna look for the. There we go. Found it.
Yeah?
And since it's out, we might as well go face.
That's how you win.
Yeah.
That's how you win the game in Hearthstone. You smack him in the face. I like that. And we have the Horde Pillager anyway, so I'm fine with just wasting weapon charges. Coin. Ugh.
Don't like that.
That's a pickle. That is a bit of a pickle. So we can tap for spell damage and use Rock Biter to clear. No spell damage. There's an argument for Maelstrumming anyway, just to have something to do on this turn because it feels so weak to not do anything this turn. Could set up a situation where we can like maybe do a beneficial Lightning Storm next turn. Maybe we'll. Is there like a 1 health minion, a 1 cost minion that has spell damage? No, I don't think there is. But I think that's the play anyway. So let's do that.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
It's right. Oh well.
Well, currently this has been kind of a weak opening.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that rules hero power out. Well,
that's spell damage.
It is, and I don't mind that. So we probably want to clear up here using Lightning Storm. You didn't expect him to go wide anyway, so I'm just gonna try to own the board here.
You have made a great mistake.
I'm very happy about that. We needed that to happen. We can still swing next turn and play Horde Pillager, get the weapon back. And we still have the spell damage because he couldn't clear that. So that's actually pretty fine. I'm pretty fine with this. So I'm gonna swing the Albatross. We're gonna get Albatrossed in this game. There's no way around that. We're getting Albatrossed. And we're getting the weapon back.
What can I ask for?
And then we're just gonna trade. Because that's the only way to keep this guy alive.
Correct. Now we're going in with 5, so we're probably gonna big ol' whelp and draw a card.
Oh no, we're not gonna be overloaded anymore.
Oh, right. My bad.
It's fine, we can clear that.
Yeah, it's still within our weapons range. I still think that I'm gonna big ol' whelp. I don't think I'm gonna waste my fire elemental on something so open. I'd rather have that when something's on behind a taunt. Now there was no need for me to tap before since it was at 1 health. But we were lucky.
No, I agree with that. I think this is the right play. It's mana efficient, we get to draw some cards. We keep a more flexible hand for future turns. So all is well and good. Oh, that's weak.
Super weak.
Oh, that's weak, and that is a fire elemental target. That's actually wonderful. Oh, we can fire elemental and copy the whelp. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, we don't even have to fire elemental. I can actually trade with my weapon here. In which case...
I must ponder.
8. I can put him at 16. Damn, I actually can't activate the Draconid Crusher this turn, which would have been very tasty. Very tasty indeed if I could do that. I mean, I can do it with Rockbiter. I can do Rockbiter, Pang, Draconid if I really want to go all in on this. But I don't think we have to be that greedy, actually. I actually like copying the Draconid next turn as an alternate play anyway. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna tap. I'm gonna fire elemental. I'm gonna swing his face. Set everything up nice and good for next turn.
I like that. So we're probably gonna do the way you dictated, unless he puts up taunts. Is that you telling me what to do, though?
I'm not sure. Wow, he got super unlucky.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna count. He's,
12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, if we tap for spell damage, we have lethal, but that's a 1 in 4.
Yeah, and we.
And then we can't do our other cool plays we wanted to do.
Nope. However, he will have to. It's greedy, but I don't know. I think either way. No. Original plan is better.
You do.
All right.
I know. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. I cheated.
Backseat driver.
I cheated. I broke the rules. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the weapon. No points.
Swiftly.
He's within rhetorical comment. I wasn't questioning or asking you anything.
I'm sorry. I cheated. I don't care about that. I don't care about that either. He's dead. Yep. Woo. Funny thing is, if you had done it your way and put him out at 6 attack, you actually wouldn't have been able to target it with a big game hunter.
My play would have been better.
Yes, you played around his big game hunter. I gave you bad advice.
Why do you have to listen to you?
I know, you should have played around his big game hunter.
Yep. That's the way I play. Don't know what you're doing.
Man, I got outsmarted by you in that one.
Yeah.
All right.
2 more wins. Do we have it? Do we have it in us?
I mean, we could have it in us.
Thunder King.
All right, we got a warrior.
10-win warrior.
10-win warrior. Like this, like this, like this, like... I might chuck the Cult Master, if anything, just to get a dragon. But otherwise, getting the Albatross out early just to fuck with his card draw is great. Cycle is great. If we do get a dragon, this is an excellent on-curve play. We have 5 dragons. I don't want to lose any of these 3, so I'm only going to chuck the Cult Master.
Okay.
There's a Hex, I like that. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's yucky. I might coin the Loot Hoarder here, just because we did get another turn 2 play anyway. We're not gonna sort of coin out this, not until we have a dragon. And I kind of don't want him to build a disgusting board the first thing he does. He might be like a super aggressive deck. I am gonna coin the Loot Hoarder here. It helps us draw dragons as well.
I agree with that turn. As you said, it's going to increase our chances
For the life bind.
by 100% to draw dragon. Okay, he just made it easier for me to play Maelstrom.
Sure.
So I don't mind that at all. And whatever we get, it's most likely going to be able to trade it into the 2-2. Or the 2-1, rather.
Not most likely.
Well, I mean, there's a low percentage of getting a 0 attack minion, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very low. Now, if we can just draw a dragon here. Please, please, please. No dragon.
So he is really aggressive.
He's very aggressive. We're probably going to play the Unbound Elemental just because that trades favorably with this. Albatross, you can just trade it in. Scale Rider, you can just trade it in. Unbound Elemental, he cannot. He needs something else. So we'll hope for the best here.
Yeah, that's probably the best play. Oh, yeah, he just keeps going face. Interesting.
Wow, we didn't have a turn. Played that turn. Ooh!
Wow. Okay, okay.
By moon and spear.
So let's do that. Obvious plays obvious.
Job's done.
So him being this aggressive, we probably want to care a lot about board presence.
Obvious play is obvious.
As long
Well,
as it
we
keeps
took
out
control of the
us.
board. That's fine, I'm fine with that. Depth charge. Really?
Wow.
Really? Oh, man. Obviously want to chuck that out. Now, there is an argument for waiting 1 turn with it so that we can combine it with a Spirit Clause. It's a bit more mana efficient. If we play it this turn, that means next turn we're going to be at 4, which is going to be clunky for us. In which case we can play Albatross and Hero Power. We can also trade, get the Volcanic Drake down to 5 and just play the Volcanic Drake. Albatross can give us Taunt. This thing won't be able to overkill anything anyway. There's a couple of different lines here. I don't like playing the Squall Hunter this turn because it just fucks with our mana curve too much. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna tap an Albatross. And I'm gonna trade. You can get some armor from the overkill here, but that's about it.
Perfect play. Him being this aggressive, this is probably how we reach 10 wins, so giving him bad cards in card draw is probably very good for us. Now then, I really want to hex that Bone Drake, so I'm not really sure I'm gonna do your play this turn. However, that might not really make me trade inefficiently.
I must ponder.
Let's see. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I just don't hit the Bone Drake so he can't proc it next turn. No, he's way too aggressive. Fuck, man.
Perplexing.
I'm sorry, I actually want to do this. I want to keep this at a lot of health. So I'm actually gonna do away with these two. I should have played the dragon. Oh well.
No, you should have played the Spirit Claws and traded to kill his 1 health minion with the Spirit Claws instead of trading your 3/3. That's what you should have done.
Well, I didn't.
No, and now we don't have a 3/3, which means we can't deal with this. We could have dealt with this if we had a 3/3, but now we don't have a 3/3. That's a problem. That's a big problem. That's a really big problem. Why did you not play the Spirit Claws so we could have a 3/3 and a 2/2? So we could deal with this turn. Because now we can't deal with this turn. And that's a really big problem. I don't know how many times I can say this.
Perplexing.
Okay. Okay, how do we deal with this? I see one way of dealing with this, and it's gonna cost us. And that is doubling up on this and ending turn.
Interesting. But yeah, I done goofed.
You did done goofed.
Let's see what he does. So for next turn we are...
Considering how aggressive he's been, I wouldn't be surprised that he just goes face, since he...
Yeah. No, I think, of course, he's got a taunt out.
What?
What? Let's see. So if we put that out... We're actually doing 5, and we can trade with the weakest minion we have. We're gonna keep making that thing bigger. Don't hate that.
I don't hate that play either. Alright. We got lucky that he had a really weak turn. I don't understand why he didn't play anything. I don't understand what his hand is. Well, he's drawing. That means he has a clunky hand. That means he has stuff that doesn't really help him here. Okay. That's kind of fine. I don't want to take 3. I'm probably fine with taking 5, but I mean, I don't want to take 8. If I play the Spirit Claws, then I'm gonna be at 5 mana left, so I can't play the Gyrocopter. But playing the Gyrocopter, I can't trade anything in without it dying anyway. The best play might be actually trading into this with a minion and actually taking 8 to the face. Otherwise I have to like sort of trade in everything. I mean, I have to trade in this. Do I have anything more overloady? No, I don't have anything more overloady. Alright. I I can be safe and just trade this in. Yeah, okay, let's be safe. Let's be safe. We're gonna be very safe here because I don't want to take 1,000,000 damage. There we go, and here we go. That's the turn.
Yeah, same play I would have done. We're probably gonna make good use of the gyrocopter on other things.
Kraken?
It might be. Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem.
No, it's not.
Ooh, nice. So, question is, I want to... Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Obvious. Oh, thank you.
Fly, my pretties!
Yeah, let's do it. Beautiful. No, he's so fucking stubborn. I think... No, okay. Sunwalker it is.
Thank you for not overloading me for 4.
You are welcome.
Okay, he drew weapons. Alright. That's a thing. That's a thing. We're gonna heal those up. I guess we're not gonna heal those up. Oh! He gave it taunt so that he could attack it. That is a cute little play.
I was about to say cute as well.
So I'm at 8. I can smash that. And then I can pop him for 10. It's gonna put him down to 12 and I can activate the Draconid Crusher. Seems like the very obvious play here. So we're gonna pop that, I'm gonna smack that, activate Crusher, play that, and that's the play.
Yeah, I like that play. Also, if he's not able to deal with all 3 minions, it's a good turn for Rain of Toads on my turn. Wow.
Another Blood Razor!
Sure, we'll waste everything.
His entire hand is just Blood Razors.
Obviously gonna Rain of Toads here.
What's he at, 14?
Yeah, so if he can't deal with the Draconid next turn, he's done. And I'm actually gonna go for it all the way. All the way, baby.
I super agree with pinging him for another one in the face. Yeah, this seems promising. Ooh!
There we go. 11, baby.
We're 1 away. We're 1 away. This is it. This is the final game, no matter what happens. Win or lose, this is the final game.
Can I actually let you have this? That's the question.
It's for content, Mike. It's not for me. It's for the viewers.
People don't want to see you win.
It's for the viewers.
That's not how viewers work. They want to see people fail.
It's for the viewers. So it's actually struggling a bit to find an opponent for us. It's trying to find someone else who has 11 wins.
Yeah.
But that's good, because if it works for too long without finding anyone, it's instead gonna give us someone who's at 10 wins.
Oh, right. Didn't know that.
We'll see. We'll see how long we'll have to wait. Waiting in queue for 45 seconds now. Still hasn't been able to find them. Ah, there we go. So I think this might be someone who's at like 10 wins. I think he just couldn't find someone who was at 11.
The Thunder
Another warrior.
versus Deathwing.
Right.
Here we go.
Last game, win or lose.
I am the slayer of kings and gods.
Warrior can sometimes struggle to have an early game ping, so Loot Hoarder can be fine. Fire Tree Witch Doctor, like, I'm probably gonna chuck the Lightning Storm here since we're going first, and I'm gonna try maybe to take some form of initiative. The only question is, do I chuck the Fire Tree Witch Doctor or not? It all depends on, like, I can have like 3 turns to draw a dragon. I think I'm gonna keep it anyway, because we want to keep our early game stuff. But if I keep it, then I might as well keep the Lightning Storm so I have a backup plan in case I don't draw a dragon. So either I chuck both, or I keep both, is pretty much my line of thinking. I'm actually gonna keep this hand. I'm actually thinking that's the play.
I do too.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go indeed. Now, probably, yeah. Perfect. I'm just gonna loot order on curve, get that dragon.
Yep, if he can kill off the loot hoarder, it gives us another chance to get a dragon. Which is nice. Come on, dragon. Dragon, dragon, dragon. Give us a dragon. Give us the big ol' well. Damn! Almost.
So close.
Almost. Well, we got a frizz. I'm probably just... There's an argument for hero powering. There's also an argument for just playing the Witch Doctor as an on-curve play. To make sure we don't fall too far behind on the board. Otherwise, if we just hero power, he can improve the board, kill off the totem, and then we play Frizz, and he can just immediately kill off Frizz and just keep on improving the board. Playing the Witch Doctor gives us a little bit of tempo, which might set up a play. He's already coined, right? No, he hasn't coined.
I must ponder.
I'm actually just gonna play the Witch Doctor here because then we have like a 4, 5, 6. If I don't play this here, we're not gonna get a good chance to play it until way later, and I don't want to fall behind. So, you know, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, that play is fine. I will most likely play Frizz here. No reason not to play him on curve. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's...
Got a lackey.
Yeah. Which means he's gonna put up more small minions on the board, so I'm not seeing Lightning Storming here. I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna do Frizz and I'm gonna trade. Before we draw any dragons.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like, obviously, he could have gotten the 2 damage lackey. And he got Blood Racer. He still has to trade. If he wants to kill that off. Still has to trade in both things. Which is great. Playing the Witch Doctor paid off, because that means now we have initiative. That means we're gonna chuck out the Mashog. And that's a headache for him. He can get unlucky and fail to kill it.
Yes. Let's see, and either way he takes...
Oh, right! Even he can miss it.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's great. Now he might not have a way of killing that. Oh, he would have had a way, but now he doesn't.
Right.
Beautiful.
So here I'm just gonna put up a little wall and just let that thing be a value train.
I agree with that play. Sets up a nice Fire Elemental plus Totemic Smash. Crowd Roaster. Okay. Value trade indeed. Fire Elemental plus Totemic Smash and trade. That seems great. Pop that. Get the overkill. Make the trade. Sexy.
Get that spell damage. Yeah, I don't mind that play.
Your feeble magic amuses me.
For once, we have an answer.
Yes, we actually do. So, let's see here. Yeah, for maximum efficiency, we lose the taunt.
Yeah.
Just a shout prevails.
Would like to have a taunt up, but we're going for damage instead. And no reason keeping that on hand. There we go.
Now he has card advantage, but we have the board. He could obviously have like a brawl. No, he's trying to discover a dragon. He could still have brawl, and he just played the lackey first. Wow. So he has another dragon in hand, right? Yeah. Gyrocopter seems pretty solid. Maelstrom Portal seems pretty solid. We have not played any weapons yet. I feel like Gyrocopter is the correct play here, especially combined with the Maelstrom Portal, because then we only have to trade once with the Gyrocopter. I like that play. Gets rid of everything.
Howdy.
Yeah, if he can get like an attack in or something, that's fine. So we are threatening lethal on the board here. If he doesn't have an answer, this might be it. This might be the 12.
He does have plenty of cards still. Let's see.
That's not an answer.
That's not good for him. That's...
Do we win? Is this 12?
That's losing. He's taking it.
Oh, is this 12?
What more can I ask for?
Oh, we fucking did it! I called it! I called a shot!
There we go.
I'm Babe Ruth in this bitch.
Baby. Babe Ruth. So
Content! Content for my YouTube channel!
kids don't know who Babe Ruth is.
I'm calling it like Ninja when he's calling the Fortnite matches.
Oh, ew, go back.
Ooh, look. Ooh. Juicy gold.
Nice.
Kabam.
Open packs.
Gotta open that pack. It's a pack for me. It's a pack for free. It's gonna be a legendary. Here we go. No, it's
Oh, that's a trash pack.
normal shit pack. That's fine though. We fucking did it. Fucking did it, Mike. You and me.
You're welcome.
Two bros pushing shit in together.
Uh-huh. Just doing our thing.
Doing our thing inside our thing. Yeah, things inside things. That's what we're doing.
Well done, sir.
Well done to you.
And with that...
Adieu.